Hello, I'm Chris. Welcome to my reading corner. I hope you're doing well. This is another tag. Trying to get as many of these done as I can that I'm behind on. And this is the how I rate my books tag, I think. I've not actually wrote that down, which is helpful. This tag was created by Emily at Novels, and I was tagged by Tristan at L-Space-Books. So question one is, how often do you DNF and what makes you DNF? I should get better at this. I don't DNF books as a rule, because I feel like if you're not enjoying it and you DNF it and you think I'm going to come back to it, then if you read it, then you know you never have to come back to it again, is my thought process with that. But I do feel like I should be DNFing more. But then I feel like lately I've not enjoyed anything from the start. Like, I'm reading Earthlings at the minute, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm 20 pages in, that's it, but I'm enjoying it so far, so I'm going to keep going with it. Do you rate books 1 star? Yeah, I have, but not very often again. It depends, really. I mean, I try not to, because I feel like 1 star is basically saying you didn't enjoy it, but you've finished it. And I don't think... There's not many books that I've rated 1 star, if any. I feel like maybe it depends on the subject matter, really. I mean, it's hard for me to rate things 1 star, because I either enjoy things or I really enjoy things or I enjoy things. So it's few and far between the 1 star rating I've used. What is a 2 star book to you? See, this is a difficult one for me, because The Wasp Factory I rated 2 stars, but I keep thinking about it, so I don't know what a 2 star rating is for me. I mean, I suppose that's something I enjoyed enough to finish it, but not enough to warrant giving it 3 stars. It had something in it, but not enough to warrant. But then probably a book I'm a bit on the fence about whether I enjoyed it or not. I'd probably say that for 2 stars. Is 3 stars a good book for you? I'd say yeah. A 3 star is probably my go-to rating. I enjoyed it. I finished it. It's a possible reread, but probably not a reread. But it's there's a lot in there I enjoyed, but I didn't enjoy it that much. It's kind of average, really, but then I don't know, it's hard, because you think 3 stars is average is the average rating because it's in the middle, but then there is obviously elements you enjoyed in that book, which I think it's borderline. 3 stars is, it probably could have been better. It would have been better. Could have been better with certain things, and that would have made it a 4. Or could have been worse and would have made it a 2. It's kind of there's so much wiggle room from a 3 to a 4 and a 3 to a 2. So I think it's like something I enjoyed, but wouldn't necessarily read again, is probably what I'd say. 4 stars mean to you? I'd say 4 stars is a book that I would reread, that I really enjoyed, but probably was probably missing something that would have made it a 5 star. I really enjoyed it, want to reread it, but it's not quite a 5 star read for me. That's probably what I'd say is a 4 star read, but probably a definite reread. Do I ever give half star ratings? I don't give half star ratings just because I use Goodreads, so I just use the bog standard 4 stars, but I do want to start reviewing books more on there next year with a written review rather than just numbers. That's something I want to get better at next year, because I feel like doing this as well, it would be good to start that as well. So, but yeah, I don't give half star ratings, because I think then it makes it even harder to say, is it 4.5, is it 5, is it 4, is it 3.5? I think it gives it more. I like going like 3 stars is a pretty good book, 4 stars is probably something I enjoyed more and would reread, and then 5 stars is one of my favourite books. Do you rate books 5 stars often? What do 5-star books do to make them rate that high? I try to be thoughtful. I don't want to rate everything 5 stars that I enjoy. But yeah, I use it when I feel like I read Crying in Hate Smart recently that I got to give 5 stars to, because I've never had a book make me cry. It was, you're reading about the culture. The way it's written is just brilliant. It's one of my favourite books this year, I'm going to be honest. And it was heartfelt, it had sad moments, it had, a bit of everything. It wouldn't be something I'd usually read, to be honest with you, but it was really good. And I suppose then, therefore, on what I've just said, it would be a book that has different elements. There are a plethora of different characters and different elements to the characters, and it's not just a simple, oh yeah, these were good characters. It just had a mixture of good things, so it would be that for me, to be honest with you. A couple of my favourite books are like The Road, which I think is brilliant. I can't put it down when I pick it up, and Fahrenheit 451 are probably two of my favourite books. They're both 5-star reads for me because they have so. But then they're like dystopian, but they're like The Road is like about a son and a dad, and it's just such a hard tale to read about this son and this man, and he's conflicted about what he should do, and and their journey, and it's a great book. But then I don't know, it's hard what is a 5-star read, because is it because I liked it, or is it because it's a good book? I probably go more leaning towards I enjoyed the book more than it's well written, because I think I go off that more personally. I'm not very literary minded. If I enjoy a book, it's a 5-star, it's probably because I enjoyed the book. But yeah, I think it's hard to say, but I don't think I would say that my 5-star ratings probably wouldn't match somebody else's of the same book, because they might read it more. They might see it as more like how well it's written, whereas I'm going off more story and how I enjoyed it, and maybe as well it's mood. If you really enjoy something in the moment, does that make it better than if you didn't enjoy it in the moment? I don't know. It's a difficult one, but yeah, it's definitely for me, that's definitely probably why I would rate books 5 stars. Has your rating changed over the years? No, I'd say it's the same as I've always done. 3 stars is a pretty good book. 4 stars I've really enjoyed. 5 stars is something that's I really enjoyed and I didn't want to put down, and wanted to start again as soon as I put it down. But yeah, I won't say it's changed since I started Goodreads. Pretty much that's been standard, my standard anyway. Where do you rate your ratings of your books? Just Goodreads really. I would like to make a spreadsheet. I work in finance, and Excel is a big part of what I do. So yeah, I'd like to build a decent spreadsheet where it has star ratings, but I think that's something I'm going to do next year, along with the written reviews as well, because I think then that gives me, like, I'm finishing books, starting a book, I think that just gives me a bit of time to process each book as well, and then having the spreadsheet as well would be cool as well at the end of the year. As a reference I can print and keep, and maybe keep the reviews in the books as well. If I keep the books, I print the review and I can put it in the book, and then I can see what I thought when I read it. Do I agree with what I wrote? And I think that's what I'll probably do going forward. But yeah, just Goodreads at the minute, but definitely would look at building a spreadsheet. Again, I'm not sure who's done this, so I'm going to just say, if you want to do it, consider yourselves tagged. Be great to see your responses, and thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.